You guys have been asking, so today I'm gonna show you. What is up, you guys? If this is the first time that you're stopping on one of my videos, welcome. My name is Kira, and in today's video I am going to share with you a tour of my husband's new car. Now, a bunch of you have been asking since I shared in a recent vlog that we were purchasing a new car, what Darryl got. This car was for my husband, and you guys wanted to know what is it that he purchased, and instead of telling you, I just figured I would show you. Especially since I love seeing car tours, I'm really interested in new cars. I'm definitely a car chick. I even know more about my cars than my husband does, just because I truly love them. I'm into, you know, different styles and different makes and models and all of that. So I'm always kind of nosy and curious, you know, as what it looks like inside somebody else's car. But this is a 2013, so it is not brand new, and some people out there are just looking for a used car, and it is nice to see like what the insides look like. Each time that we get a new car, it's always an upgrade, and for Darryl, this is like a big jump. Prior to this, I think Darryl's car was like a 2006, so it is a fairly decent jump. 7 years is a lot in the car industry because there's always so many new fun things like bells and whistles. Like, he was really sad that when I filmed the portion of the car that I forgot to share with you guys something that he absolutely loves. So in the car, in the rear view mirror, it shares with you the compass like lit up in the corner, and it also self-adjusts when there's a car behind you and, you know, their brights are in your rear view. It'll automatically self-adjust for you so that you're not blinded. And it's the little things in life, you guys. When you get a new car or you get a new phone or something like that, it's all those little things that you discover that just make you so happy. They feel like you have something new and exciting, and he is blown away, especially since this is the exact car that he owned just 7 years newer. And because he loved his old one so much is why we went hunting for a newer model of what he had, just because he loves it so much. So I'm gonna go ahead and take you outside. It is blazing hot. It is like sweltering outside, but I'm gonna suck it up and I'm gonna take you outside into the driveway, and I'm gonna share with you my husband's new car. Well, new to us anyway. Alright, you guys, so I am sitting in the driver's seat of Darryl's new car. I do have the air conditioning on because it is 97 degrees outside and it's blowing, so hopefully it's not interrupting the sound at all. If it is, I apologize, but this is what it looks like on the inside. It has a nice little cockpit feel, but this is a 2013 Kia Sorento. Now, this is the second of these cars that I mentioned that Darryl had. It is what he had that we traded in to get another one, just because he says these seriously are the best cars. I mean, we put pretty much nothing into his old car and it lasted until 230,000 miles, and we still could have put a little bit of money into it and kept it, but I mean, it only made sense at 230,000 miles to just get him a new car. But I definitely love all of the wood trim look, and it's like the dark gray wood against all of the leather trim. His gas button is right down here, and then he has, you know, all of his power controls here on the door. And then he has his steering wheel and then Bluetooth, which this is a big deal for Darryl because his other car did not have Bluetooth, and obviously it's just safer, especially here in Texas. They have a very strict cell phone policy while in the car, so to be able to have the Bluetooth was huge for him. And then he has all of his little push buttons here, like your traction. My car has that. And then this controls his rear windshield wiper in the back. It is so funny how the littlest things make you happy. But Darryl was so happy to have a windshield wiper on the back because his old car, that was one of the only things that was broken. So he never had one functional for the last couple of years. So he was happy to have one that works. Now, we did buy the car with 101,000 miles on it, which, like I said, his last one lasted until 230. So I think that he still has a long way to go on this car, and he's put roughly 1,000 miles on it. But we also took this car to the lake and stuff, and he's been driving back and forth to work. But he said he really loves this car even more than he loved his old car. Although these are the same, it's literally the same car with just extra bells and whistles. So he's really excited about that. He loves this front dash. Again, this is the most updated car he's had, so it's the little things, you guys. But this has, you know, your regular FM, AM, and then your Sirius. When you hit the media, that brings you to your CD player, and then this allows you to do your setup and your phone for your Bluetooth. But what's awesome is this function. So this is a jukebox, and if you push right now, it says there are no songs. You can copy songs from a DVD player or a USB to your jukebox. So he hasn't set that up yet, but if you choose the jukebox setting, you can plug in your phone, an iPod, something like that, or even put a CD in and record a song and download the song to your jukebox feature, which I think is fantastic. It's almost like the opportunity to make your car an iPod, which I absolutely love that feature. I think that is really, really awesome. And then he has down here a bunch of the regular, like, lighter kind of charging ports, but then he also has an auxiliary and a USB. So I love the more updated cars that step out into the future and have more of USBs and that kind of thing, considering that that is, you know, everybody's using chargers these days. Darryl does have his older seat covers on here. I need to get him new seat covers, but I mean, he works in the food industry, so I just didn't really want him in and out of his car until we got him new ones without putting the old ones on. So you can't really get a good view of what the seats are in the front upholstery wise, but you certainly can just get a good view from the back. The upholstery in this car was very clean. It only had one previous owner, so I was really happy about that, to see like how well taken care of it was. I believe it was owned by somebody in the military, so you can tell that they were very careful about how they took care of the car. So that was super good to know. But I think the best feature for Darryl right now, as far as like upholstery goes or the seat layout or whatever, is that this car actually has a third row. So I mean, theoretically we could fit our entire family in here, which is awesome, because eventually I want to get rid of my van. I don't want to keep driving a van. I don't like the soccer mom life. So I would love to get something more like this, where I can still fit my whole family in it, but still feel like I'm driving something a little bit smaller than a van. So right now he only has the one seat up and then the other one is down, but he could put this one back, and this one folds forward so that you can let everybody in through the one side so that they can get back here, which I think is awesome. And because they fold up like that, they also fold down. So Darryl could do like my minivan, and he could fold both of these down and both of these down, and it would make the back of his car similar to like a flatbed, like what I can do for my van. So that's awesome to know, because it's always good to have extra space as far as when we're traveling. One of Darryl's favorite features, he said, is he loves that there's air vents everywhere. So each of the doors, in the back of the doors, they have little vents, he said, which he loves that for being able to give, you know, the people in the back cold air too. I mean, in a minivan and stuff, they have them up on the ceiling, but for a regular car like this, they usually don't have vents in the back. Sometimes they'll have them on the back of the center console, but he loves that they have the little vents right there. But he is super happy, you guys, with his car, and I have to say, if it makes hubby happy, then that makes me happy, because he definitely deserves it. All right, you guys, so that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. make sure you comment down below and let me know what you think of Darryl's car choice, if you've ever owned one before, or what you think. I know that he is just, like I said, he is over the moon. He couldn't wait to buy another one because he said his old one was the best car out of all the cars he had ever owned. And it really wasn't the bells and whistles, it was just the reliability. I mean, it made it to 230,000 miles, and it was only a radiator that went this recently. Like, we could have replaced the radiator and kept on going, but it only made sense just to not put any more money into it, and he deserves it. He works hard, so I wanted him to have something that felt new to him but still not brand new. Like, Darryl is just one stage away from a portion of his job where he will no longer have to be in the part of the food industry where he comes home with anything on him. Like, one more level rung up, and when he gets there, we can get him a brand new car, something that, you know, won't get destroyed. But when you're working behind the line every single day, like, it's not good for a new car. So we didn't want to get anything brand new yet, but he's still totally in love with it, and I think it's going to fit our family for quite some time. So again, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I love you guys all so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.